Hello, welcome to the weather update. Rain is already moving into the area. It wasn't supposed to be here until later, but we have nothing severe. Just, you see here on the radar, it's just um, scattered showers at this point here. You could see kind of just light rain, though the showers tend to be weakening, but there wasn't supposed to be anything on the radar until after like 11 o'clock tonight. So let's take a look at what we got on the radar right now because we're going to have soaking rain tonight, later overnight into tomorrow morning. You can see there's some pretty hefty storms here in Pennsylvania. So this is all with this big low pressure area here, this big complex of low pressure that is approaching us here. Looking at our satellite, you can see we had a lot of high and mid-level clouds streaming in today with rising humidity. It was kind of warm today, too. Actually, it's downright hot here in Mineola, even at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Much better on the South Shore, of course. See, we did have some pretty altocumulus clouds in the sky, though. You could see here. And this was last night, too. We had some nice altocumulus around as well. But you can see some of the nice altocumulus clouds in the sky here. Really beautiful to look at here. Yeah. So we had some interesting looking clouds in the sky today. But when you see clouds like this, though, that is a portender of rain. So that's even a word. But it's definitely preludes rain. And you can see the puffy white clouds. Already some showers and thunderstorms over the mid-Atlantic. And we got lots more to come. So let's take a look and see what the day was like in our area. And right now, temperature is 75 degrees. Dew point is up to 70, so the dew points have risen. Taking a look at what the day was like in Islip today. You can see temperatures got only into the mid-80s there. Here it was, I think I could swear it hit 90. So you can see the dew points were lower earlier on, and then they started coming up this evening. And then you could really feel the humidity tonight with dew points rising up near 70. So the humidity is definitely up there now. Let's go look at our highs for the day. Let's get our highs. So highs for the day, generally mid-80s, but 86 in Old Brookville. So 85, 88 at LaGuardia, 90 in Newark, and near 90 in New Jersey. And I could swear it felt like it was near 90 here in Mineola. What do we got? Yeah, there's a 90 in Carl Place and a 91 in Flora Park. So yeah, I think, see, this is just a hot zone over here. This is like the armpit of Long Island. Maybe that's what I should call this, the armpit of Long Island. This whole area looks like an armpit, smells like an armpit, and feels like an armpit. That's why you want to be on the South Shore. It was much cooler, or even out east. Low temperatures probably didn't drop that much. Let's see what the lows were. Yeah, we had 60s generally, but West Hampton get down to 61. 60s in New Jersey as well. And you'll notice all the green on the map. That is a flood watch tonight. That's going to be in effect from 11 p.m. this evening through Tuesday morning because we're going to get some heavy rain overnight as we get a lot of moisture coming in here. And let's go to the weather map now and go to the Weather Prediction Center here and look at our weather map. And you'll see here, there's your area, low pressure, and you got like a triple point here, so this is going to advect a lot of moisture into the area. And then we have drier air to come after this moves through. We can go look at the excessive rain here, and if we click excessive rain, you'll see we have that slight risk here. So, yep, we're going to have that as well. So let's go and look at QPF as well, and you can see there's lots of rain forecast for our area here. So, yeah, it looks like we're going to be above normal for precipitation this month again. Out west, there's not much of anything, unfortunately. This is just the day one, but you can see here there's monsoonal moisture, though, in the southwest. So let's go look at the MODIS satellite, and you'll see here, look at this big storm. It almost looks like a Lando cane. It's just a big, strong extratropical system, but, it's got that look. Let's take a look and see the smoke. There's a lot of it over here. Look at that. It's actually made it to Nunavut. That's unbelievable. That's in the Arctic, man. That's crazy. And you can see here lots of smoke up in northern Saskatchewan and Alberta as well. Plenty of smoke here. And I don't see too much smoke over Alaska right now, but we still have fires going here all throughout here. We'll have to see where this smoke winds up, if it winds up coming down or not. And then we can look at that big fire in Oregon, really just going nuts. They're still burning. So we've even had fires in the south, too, as well. So yeah, crazy with all these fires going on. But anyway, let's go to... I want to go look at the lightning map next. And we'll see how much lightning these storms are producing out over Pennsylvania. We'll see. Hopefully it won't be as severe as the other night. I don't think it will. We'll have to go to the Storm Prediction Center and see. I don't see any lightning here at all showing up. So that's a good sign. Not seeing anything. All right, so let's go to the Storm Prediction Center here. I think it's going to be more of a... Okay, so now they've put the southern part of Jersey in a slight risk. This is the rest of today. And we're in a marginal risk. And then convective outlook for tomorrow, we're in that marginal risk as well, with the slight risk right over the southern part of New Jersey, because we got some unstable air coming into the picture again with this humidity that we're going to have. So let's go to statistics first for the day, and you can see we have that flood watch again in effect. Again, flash flooding threat isolated to scattered areas of flash flooding because it's going to be a soaker and it's going to last a while. So 1 to 2 inches likely, and there could be as much as locally 3 to 4 inches possible. Rainfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour locally, higher possible. The good news is it's mostly an overnight period, in a 3 to 5 hour period between midnight and 10 a.m. And there's also isolated severe thunderstorm threat as well. And this is their map of rainfall. So, yeah, we could see quite a bit of rainfall overnight. As this complex moves into the area. So let's go to our statistics for the day. So 85 degrees was the high today at Islip, 3 degrees above normal. 76 was the low, that's 2 degrees. So we were 1 degree above normal there. It's 2 degrees above normal for the day. Central Park, 87, 4 degrees above normal there. So yeah, warmer than normal today. Definitely a little bit warm out there. If we go look at the Wonder map here, which we'll just look at this just out of curiosity, because it really did feel absolutely brutal here in Mineola. It's weird there wasn't a weather station right in my part of Mineola. There is one over here. Let's see what their high was. So just get an idea of how freaking hot it was here. It was brutal. It was just brutal today. Let's see. So 89.2. Yep, that's about right. Near 90. Much of the afternoon. Yep. So yeah, there was a breeze from the south to southwest, but it was a weak wind, and by the time it got here, it was a furnace. Especially my block was a furnace. Probably warmer than that on my block. Probably low 90s. Meanwhile, if you're in Massapequa, living the good life, your high was probably only in the low 80s. Let's see what they got up to. Well, 85 it shows. But it did drop once you got toward the afternoon with the breeze. Okay, so let's go look at the models here. As you head into tomorrow, and you'll see here's your low pressure system. And you can see it forms like a low offshore, and then it's like splits up, and then there's another low forms along it that we're going to have some more rain tomorrow night likely, and then you can see what happens. This front just kind of gets hung up because you got this stupid ridge here because of the way the jet stream is. I explained to you last night. And then look at that. Rain chances return for Thursday into Friday. I mean, it's enough already with the rain. And then finally, it looks like we'll get high pressure building in for the weekend and better weather. But yeah, we'll have one dry day Wednesday, and then the rain chances return for Thursday. Let's go take a look at the HRRR first with the 0Z run to look at. And you can see it has this just big area soaking rain. It actually just envelops it over us. Because this low that's going to form is going to provide some lift, so that'll enhance the rain. Whether they're going to be actually severe thunderstorms or it's just mainly going to be a soaking rain, I'm thinking it's just going to be thunderstorms with heavy rain. I don't think we'll see anything severe, but we'll have to see what happens. Then that gets out of here, and then it's dry for tomorrow until later in the day. In the evening, we're going to have some more showers and thunderstorms pop up. Some of these could be severe, and I'm thinking this is when we're more likely to see the more severe weather because of the timing. You can see 8, 9 o'clock. That's when you have all the optimal heating. And then we finally try to get that out of here for Wednesday. But you can see the front just kind of gets hung up And it could even be another round of some showers later Wednesday afternoon, or maybe even isolated thunderstorm. So let's go look at the dew points here, and you'll see why this is all happening. So you'll see tomorrow, tonight, overnight, the winds are from the southeast, south, and then they kind of become almost westerly tomorrow, and then back off to the east again. It's kind of weird how the winds just switch around like this. You're going to have variable winds, but the dew points will be high, so it's still going to be humid. And then for Wednesday, we try to dry it out, but you see the dew points really don't drop. We don't get into that dry air because the front just washes out. We were supposed to actually get this front through, but we all know where there isn't the jet stream is all a little like in a knot here, so it's not going to be able to get through. This front is going to get kind of hung up, so Wednesday is not going to turn out to be the nice day that we were hoping it was going to be. Again, another disappointment. So let's look at our temperatures. So here's tomorrow, and you'll see temperatures don't drop off too much tonight, and then for tomorrow, won't get that warm because of the cloud cover probably, but you see over Jersey, it's going to get pretty hot. And wherever they're showing where the sun's going to come out, and it could be near 90, and that's going to be the fuel for these thunderstorms, I think, to get going. And then as we head into Wednesday, it's not really showing it heating up that much because there's probably going to be a lot of cloud cover because that front stalled out. So it only has temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s, but it will remain humid, of course, warmer in New Jersey. This is what the HRRR shows, but I do want to look at a couple of other models. Let's go to the GFS, because I'm curious what the GFS does here. Look at that difference. Yeah, GFS is looking similar to the HRRR, and again, the dew points, we just don't dry out. The front just gets stuck, basically. Doesn't make it through, and we have to wait until, like I said, Friday, finally, to get this front through, and finally we'll get relief for the weekend. So we're going to have to wait and deal with we were supposed to have a nice week, and we weren't supposed to have any rain chances at all. And then, stall front syndrome strikes again. So let's go to the NAM next. It's the NAM 3, which we don't have that much in. We only have 20 hours of the latest NAM 3 in. But at least show you what it's going to do here overnight. And you can see some of these storms could be pretty heavy. So it seems like it just pops them up in the middle of the night, you could see. And it's possible. We saw what happened the other night, so it's possible. I'm still thinking it's going to be mostly heavy rain, but the threat. But these storms just seem to just pop up right over us because, again, of this low here. So I'm going to go back to the GFS here, and we're going to look at something else here, which I don't normally use. Let me check if I can find it. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. Just to illustrate how much moisture is in the air here. You can see how the main slug of moisture comes in overnight, and that's where we're going to get the heavier rain. And then tomorrow night, I think it's just going to be more of an isolated thing. But tonight, it's going to be a soaker overnight. So overnight, thundery soaker, we can call it. And then you can see we do have some mid-level dry air coming in, at least for Wednesday. So that's good. And that sticks over, but then you can see what happens. Here comes more moisture for Thursday. All right, and then we can finally get into that nice dry air for Friday. It comes around that low there. However, it could be smoky dry air. Have to look at that too. So it just seems like I can't get a day with dry weather and blue skies and temperatures that aren't hot. We used to get that all the time when I was growing up, but now, thanks to climate change, forget it. So here we go. Obviously, plenty of clouds around tomorrow. Yeah, it's not going to clear us out. You can see GFS. That front just gets hung up, so you can forget about seeing any blue skies for Wednesday. Thursday, you're going to have to wait until Friday, into Saturday, and now for it. It's ridiculous. It really is. I can go look at the RGEM here. The RGEM looks a little bit different. So here's the RGEM, and you can see, again, it does actually break some sun out. And if we do get sun out here tomorrow afternoon, that could aid for another round of severe weather in the evening. Then Wednesday, you can see the clouds kind of hang on a little bit, but there is some breaks. We'll have to see what happens. And then here comes more clouds for Thursday. So the NAM probably has a completely different look. I'm kind of curious about that, but I'll have to, if I want to do that, I'd have to go to the 18Z run. Yeah, it keeps the clouds around all day Wednesday. So I'm leaning more toward this because this front is just going to get stuck and it's not going to clear out. It's just going to get stuck. So let's go to the let's actually put this in I want to see what it does later on in the day. It's not really doing that much later on. But again, this front just kind of just washes out again. Originally the front was supposed to move through, and we're supposed to have a nice day Wednesday. Now it's looking like less likely that's going to happen. At least we're supposed to get a little bit of relief from the humidity, at least. So let's go to the Ventus sky will be the next thing we'll look at here. And we'll look at, again, the Cape levels and stuff. So let's do that. Thunderstorms. We'll go here. We'll look at the Tuesday. And let's see if we can get this to midnight. It doesn't do midnight, does it? No, just 2 a.m. That kind of sucks. All right, so this is 2 a.m., 5 a.m., 8 a.m. You see most of the big Cape is to the south. So there may be severe weather in New Jersey, but we just get a soaking. You see there's a low that forms here. You can see that. You see the big Capes are over New Jersey. This is the HRRR, so it keeps most of the Capes over New Jersey. With a northeast wind, maybe that's a tendency to stabilize things on Long Island. See, there's a northeast wind here coming through. You can see most of the Cape is over New Jersey. It stays there. All right, but let's look at the lifted index, which is another parameter we could use, because that's a little higher. And, but we're still on the edge of it. So, again, I think the best chances for severe weather are going to be in New Jersey. You may even see a severe thunderstorm watch issued for them. But I don't know if it's going to get to us because we have this northeast wind. It's almost like there's a stalled front boundary here, and we're in that northeast wind that's going to kind of keep that front, from moving through or not. So it all depends. That warm front doesn't move through. We don't heat up, and that's the key. Where it's hot, that's where we're going to get you severe weather. So and we go look here, and I don't usually use this for the clouds. They're just showing some breaks in the clouds over Long Island tomorrow. Especially toward the afternoon, which is kind of interesting. You can see with a northeast wind, very interesting to see that. So it's almost like trying to backdoor a front through almost. So really strange. We'll have to see what happens. It's very hard to predict because the jet stream is so weak and the models just don't know what to do with this front. But if we avoid the heat, then the hotter it is, the more likely we're going to see severe thunderstorms for the second round. Especially, in the evening. We'll have to see. And right now, it's just too hard right now to say that. So let's go to the RAP model here. Vertically integrated smoke. We'll start with this. And this is the long run. So no smoke tomorrow. But here it comes down. Here's Wednesday. It's staying up there. But you see what's going to happen is when that cold front comes through, that's actually going to bring all that smoke down. So, yeah, I know. When are we going to get to see blue skies? I don't know. Maybe wintertime. We did have some blue skies today. We did for a little bit. But there's just a large amount of smoke there that we're going to be dealing with again at some point in the future. Right now, it's just kind of, it doesn't go far enough to really say what's going to happen with that. We just, but I can tell you that we won't be dealing with it at least for the next couple of days, which is why I was so disappointed about Wednesday. Wednesday was really supposed to be decent, and if we could just get that damn front through, it would be just great. But, again, when you don't have a jet stream, this is what happens. And I do want to visualize the smoke here on the Canada, northern U.S., so we can visualize this as well. Just take a look at this for a moment here. So you can see all this smoke here. So once we get the air from Canada, once we get that cold front through, I fear we're going to be just dealing with a lot more smoke again. So I know it's really it just never ends. I'm telling you, it never ends. If you want blue skies, well, you even have clouds over the southwest too because of the monsoon. So I don't know where to tell you to go. But anyway, that's going to wrap up this weather update. Have a good night, and thank you for watching.